Hi everyone and welcome to my newest IKEA Pax hack. When you think of an IKEA Pax, the first thing that comes to mind is usually a wardrobe. Well, I've done plenty of wardrobes on my channel and I wanted to create something completely unique this time. In this video, I'll show you how I easily created a beautiful bespoke cupboard. It wasn't all plain sailing, I had a complete disaster with the MDF cut, but it turned out for the best as I ended up creating some stunning bespoke doors myself. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, I've got loads of DIY hacks on my channel and new videos uploading every week. Alright, let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to my new Pax video. I am going to be creating a fantastic storage cupboard in my office. I think Pax are fantastic for office storage in the home, and everyone automatically I think thinks about wardrobes, but actually if you've got an office or a small business, or you just need somewhere in your home where you can store stuff, kids stuff, they are so good. So this is it before. I've already built my base. I have a whole video on my channel about building bases for Pax wardrobes, so do check that out. It's all secured to the wall. I've also got a video review. This is the new Pax 2.0. They've just changed the design. In the UK, at the point of filming, they only do it in this colour. The white is still the number one. This is super easy to build, so do check out that video. It's so easy to build. If you've ever been put off by the thought of it, you now no longer have an excuse. So this is the standard height, and the deeper, they do the short one as well. So you can get so much in here. So this is going to be used for my office, for my small business that I have. So it's going to have the stock, it's going to have all my printers, and I'm actually going to get another one that's going across the other side there. And I'm building a whole secret section there. So do hit the subscribe button because I'm just about to take delivery. This is an up-down desk. I'm just about to take delivery of another one that's going to go here. This is going to go on the other side. But I'm going to build it in so you don't know it's an up-down desk. It's going to be all hidden. Anyway, so this is where we are. So I'm going to take everything off and I'm going to now... I've got pull-out trays, I've got another drawer. I'm going to set it up and then I'm going to be having external door fronts as well. So let's get on with it. So bottom, I've got a pull-out shelf, then I put the tray in. Then I've got another shelf with all my printery bits on, underneath that drawer. And then these have fitted perfectly, super pleased. The other cubey ones were just too big, but these fit perfectly. So that's fantastic. If you're looking for some cheap storage, I think these boxes are really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my print off one of my design sheets, and then I'm going to do some measuring. Get it all measured, and then I'm going to be heading over to B&Q to the trade point bit. I'm a trade point card holder now. I'd recommend everybody to become one because you get 5% off and they won't charge me for any of the cuts. Hoping I'm only going to need one sheet. So let's do some measuring and I'll show you when I've worked out what I'm going to do. I'm back from B&Q. I had a very successful trip. So these are the measurements I took with me. These are the sheets I use. So I do lots of measuring multiple times. And I did also print off the size, so I know the exact size and the width for the doors. So I make it as neat as possible and work out the best way. And I got it all out of one sheet, which is great. So it cost me £32. I'm a Trade Point member, so card holder, so I don't pay for the cuts. So that's pretty good. So we've got two big doors, two pieces for the drawer fronts, all the edging and lots of little spares. So that was easy. So now what I'm going to do, I did go for the 18mm. Now I'm going to have a bit of a layout, see how it looks. And tomorrow I'll get the doors on because I've got hinges coming from Amazon that don't need any routering, which is really good. So here are all my bits. So these are my doors. And then these are all the bits cut perfectly. Okay, so I've stuck the door fronts on, and then either side I've attached the 3cm strips that I got around the edge. That's on. I like to get the drawers on first, and then, I measure up before I put them on, little lines here, so I know where to put them. And now I'm cutting smaller bits to put in, so I'm going to put like a bit, which are going to be the bits that go in between like that, and I'll fill the little gaps there. So I'm going to do that, and then I will literally leave it overnight to dry. You've got about 5 minutes to wiggle stuff about, so it's very key to use the spirit level to get them nice and level. I just got these long strips. I literally just measure them out, hold it up to it and mark where I need to cut, and just use my little saw. It's raining outside, so I just use my hand saw, which is easy to cut through a dead straight bit of MDF. So that's it at the moment. So I'll get those last bits on now. Morning. Left it overnight to dry. It is nice and level. Let me pull it down so you can see it all lined up. So what I'm going to do today, that's all on dried and everything. This is all I have left from one massive sheet that cost me £32. So that's how much it's cost me in the wood and the framing. Plus I spent £5 on a tube of no more nails, and I used it all up. So I need to get some more nails. But as soon as Amazon arrives, I'll show you the hinges and we'll get the doors on. Okay, it's been a good few days. Actually, it's been a week because I've been away, but I'm now getting back on with this. I've had a complete change of heart. I realised I didn't want such big doors, and I want to put another shelf in there to have more storage, which I have got. Even though it was the one I bought, if you've watched my Pax review video, which I recommend that you watch, I've got a shelf and you can see inside it's got a pen on. Inside the plastic. But anyway, I'm going to use it because I'll put it up the top, you won't even see it. So here is what I've done. I've decided to put another shelf in, so I'm just about to frame round. I've actually stolen it from my wardrobe upstairs, another pull-out tray. This I bought ages ago, and I found it back to front. I thought, where's that come from? So I put that in there, which is great. So that's another one that I've stolen from upstairs. So I'm just going to frame round there. Then I'm going to get on with doing the doors. So I'm glad I got extra 3cm bits cut so I can go all the way around. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, I've now realised what's happened. They have indeed cut the wood completely wonky. It's not straight. I've tried to cut them down, but they are just so, they've cut them too short. They're just a centimetre out either side. Hopeless. So word of warning, if you get wood cut B&Q, do check either end, because I checked the length. Yes, that's fine, but I don't know what he's done when he's cut it, but he's cut it, there's a difference of 1 centimetre from either end, and such a big gap. I can't even use what I've got because it's just all cut wrong. So what I'm going to do, because I have got lots of this 3 metre, I'll keep these smaller bits so I'll be able to use them somewhere else, I'm sure. I'm going to put another shelf in, I'm going to frame it all, and then this is going to be storage, and I'm going to get some nice baskets, I think, on this bit, because I'm just to the point now where the thought of having to drive all the way back to B&Q to get more wood cut is just annoying me. And I'm going to be building another one of these over there, so I'll do the doors on that one. In fact, I'm going to be having 2 cabinets over there. So for now, I've got use for all these little bits of wood, believe it or not. So I'm going to keep them all, so I've got it. I won't waste anything, but I'm going to frame all around here. And I didn't have enough. I had enough to do a frame, and I've run out of bits. I've got 2 little bits left that would make a shelf there, but then I've got another shelf. So I think I've got some wood in the shed that I can use for that to build it out. But I'm going to leave it there to dry overnight. Good morning, it's the following day, and now I'm going to do the trim. Fairly simple. I'm using a really chunky trim, not used this trim before on any furniture, but top tip, if you do want chunky, get it from the dado rail section as opposed to the moulding section, because it's cheaper. These were, I think, £8. If you buy these from the sort of the pull-out moulding section, they're double that. So these are £8. You do need to get them out the packets and check they're straight, because some are very bendy. So to mark it out, all I've done is use a template, which is what I always do. I've got lots of videos on my channel about putting paneling up and the super easy way to work out angles and stairs and things. So do check those out if paneling is something you've not done or you would like some info on how to do it the easy way. This is my width, 7.5 centimetres, and all I've done is line it up to the outer side here, and drawn all the way around there, all the way down there, across there, and across there. And then I attach inside. So you'll notice there's a couple of screws. I'm probably going to put a couple more in just for extra safety. The screws coming the other way and they're going to be hidden. So that's a good little trick if you want to add some extra screws, is do it underneath the moulding. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut them. I've got to try and find my little tiny mitre cutter. I always cut by hand. I could cut this on my machine, to be honest. It's so easy to do it with a little hacksaw, which is what I've got. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on with that right now. So here we go. Laid it all out, like to make sure it sort of lines up. So that's how it's going to work. So it's fairly simple, didn't use much, used about 1.5. And then I'm going to attach it on there. Very important to sand the edges so they're nice and smooth. And that's it. So I'm going to grab some lunch, come back, and then I'm going to attach them onto here. It's all dry now, so now I'm going to use some of this filler. I didn't think I had any, but I found it in a cupboard, which is great. So all these little sort of cornery bits, any joins, get them all smooth, let that dry. I really like this one. It stinks, but it does dry really, really quick. And then I'll get on, because I've got a tube of caulking, so I'll get it all caulked, and then we can get priming. So I'll show you the amazing primer I use, and a fun job of painting. Okay, that's all dried, sanded down, and now I'm going to do a prime first, then I'll do the caulking, because I want to leave the primer overnight to dry. And I don't leave the caulking now because then I can't paint, but it's just the way I do it. You can do it either way, I think. So this is what I'm going to use. I've used this so many times. I've used this on my Pax wardrobes. This is the home-based primer and undercoat. It's really good. So I'm going to get on with this. I really don't like these brushes very much because because they're round, you get blisters, but it's all I've got, so I'm going to use that. Okay, first coat all done, all painted, took them out, so I get all the edges and stuff. And I'll leave that to dry for a bit now, and then probably tonight I'll just put a little bit of caulk when it's dry in a couple of hours. Good morning, I am back from B&Q, and I bought all the bits. I'm making doors. I slept on it overnight, and I just thought I just want doors. And I bought this amazing looking, it says it's called polycarbonate glazing sheet in this really nice pattern. I thought I was going to buy plain, and then you can buy lots of this stuff to stick on, but actually I bought these. These were £15 a sheet. That's the exact one. And so that'll go inside. So all I've got to do is make a basic frame. So I bought some wood. I bought 3 pieces of this. These are about £8 a sheet. It's 11mm by 3.6mm. Comes in a 2.4 metre length. So I bought 3 of those. I already had this thinner stuff, and then I bought 2 hinges, which I'd bought 3. These are about £2.60 a pack, and some dowels. I would have preferred slightly smaller, that was the smallest they had, to make the frame. So I'm going to basically lay it all out, and the idea is I'll make the frame, and then I'll cut the polycarbonate and almost edge it. So I'll cut the polycarbonate here, stick this down so it makes it slightly thicker, and then it'll sit this, so this will be the back, and from the front it will look like it's mounted in there. So I'll lay it all out, attach it, and I'll show you how to do it. I quite like adding dowels. I'm a little bit sad like that, but I'll show you the little tricks. Okay, it's the following morning. I have taken all of my door frames to the kitchen, and I'm giving them a coat of paint. So I've just caulked all around this, leave it to dry when I get back in a bit. I'm off to IKEA now to film an August update. So when I get back, I'm going to give this its first coat of paint. I've got a full video on my channel actually of how to paint MDF, and especially how to get all the edges nice and smooth. The rough cut edge is a really simple trick to do it. I've got a dedicated video on my channel how to do that, so do watch that, because I really do think it makes such a difference if you're using MDF on the edges. If you don't do it, it's never going to age well. So do check that one out. But I'm now off to IKEA, Might get a few bits. Let's see if I come back with any more packs, and then I'll show you when I start painting. Okay, I'm back from IKEA. I picked up 2 of the white shells. That'll be much easier to put on there and there. Now what I'm going to do, before I start doing this painting-y bit, is I'm going to attach some of this sticky wallpaper. Or I used this similar pattern on the back of my bar to cover up. So I thought this would be quite nice to actually line the inside. So that's what I'm going to do. See how I get on. I'm going to put it around the edges. I really like this stuff, really easy to put on, so let's go with it. Oh, that's fairly easy. So easy to do this. You can put it down, pull it off, put it down, pull it off. It's not like one stick and that's it. If you've got air bubbles, you can pull it back. But I've run out because I originally was only going to do that bit. And then I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll cover the whole thing so I don't have to paint it. So I've just gone onto Amazon and bought another bit. So we'll do that in the morning when they arrive. So I think I'll have a quick go at doing a bit of paint on this now. My roll of stuff has arrived, my extra roll. I've got another big roll, so I thought, well, I'm going to use it elsewhere. So I'm going to get that on now, then I'll show you how amazing it looks, and then we'll get the doors on, and then I will unpack the handle, which hopefully will fit and will look stunning. And that's all on. I've put the shelves in as well. Picked those up the other day when I went to IKEA. So just pop them in, and now I'm going to give it another paint, and the way that's all lovely and dry, I'm going to get the doors on. So I've also got some lights coming tomorrow. I'm going to put some lights in it to light it all up, so they're coming first thing in the morning. So yeah, going to give it a bit of paint now. Let's see what that looks like. Then I've got to think about the dreaded coving at the top. Hang the doors. So what I'm doing for the brackets is I'm using my little tool and I'm sort of cutting out a section where it's going to be in. I started and I hadn't charged it. This is right at battery, so I'm going to wait for it to charge up, but it's really good. There we go. Just gouging out really a bit to put the bracket on, and then we'll screw them on. But I have as well put on these little magnets. I bought these little magnets that go on here. So when it shuts, it just holds it. These are quite lightweight doors. Just holds it like that. But yeah, I'm just cutting out a section for the hinge to go in. So I'll carry on when it's charged up. Good morning. I'm up very early, and today it's not as hot. It's been absolutely boiling. It's really overcast. It's only 7 o'clock in the morning, but it's very overcast. So today I made the holes for the knobs. The best tip I can give you, because I get asked this quite a lot actually, how to do the holes without causing an absolute nightmare. Correct drill bit. Have a wooden drill bit with a nice point that you push into it and it spins around, and I'll never damage it. If you've got the wrong drill bit, that's the key. So today I've got some screws coming for the handles for there, handles for there. The ones that came with it were too short for that one and too long for that one. So on Amazon I've got a little selection box coming of the correct sizes. So I can get all the handles on today. This little patch on here is really annoying Lily because I won't let her put it off. And yesterday, one thing I did do, I stuck a piece of random MDF on the top there, and that's how I'm going to attach my coving to the top. So I just glued that down last night so I can get that on today, get all the handles on, and then I think I'll show you. Now obviously this side piece is staying like that, and the side piece currently looks like that, but because I'm going to be covering all this and fitting it all in, so that's why it looks like that. So my lighting has arrived. This is the same lighting that I used on my kitchen bar. So I bought the same one, really like it, really easy to put on. Like the colour. If you want pure white, these are really good. It also comes with strips, so you can put it around where you don't want light to come out if you're going out the sides and stuff. So it comes with everything you need. You get a plug as well, and yeah, I just really like it. I use these every day in the kitchen, so I thought, well, I'll just buy the same one. So I'm going to put them on and I'll show you the difference it makes. Finished. Well, part one's finished. Obviously I'm continuing along. I have an IKEA delivery today to start disguising the fact this isn't an uppy downy desk or a standing desk. I love standing desks. I just bought this one, so I've got a full review coming. I have two. I have a more expensive one. This one's really affordable, but I'm going to be making it look very different, so do subscribe so you don't miss that. That'll be part two. So part one, the reason those are there is because I haven't quite worked out how until I work out what I'm doing here, what I'm going to be doing with regards to filling it all in. But anyway, here it is. A couple of nightmares. I'm going to have to go through again because I don't know if you can see. You can see if I go like that. A couple of little marks there. I had different handles that were really expensive ones, but they were terrible to fit. I couldn't get the correct screws to actually make them fit. So in the end, I just put these on. So I bought the wrong filler. I bought like a flexible one. So I need to just go over there to make that nice and smooth. Obviously this isn't attached. Down the side is currently also looking like this, so that hasn't been done, but because that's going to have something on it, I haven't. Coving is on. I may change it depending on what I do at the top. I hate putting up coving. I'm terrible at it. I'm rubbish. I even need to put a little bit more filling on there, but I'm very happy with how the doors turned out. So the fact that B&Q cut all my wood completely wonky and messed it all up made me change what I was going to do and build these doors, which I love. Big fan of putting hinges on now, super easy to do. Framing the packs made it really easy because then you just attach to it, which is really good. I'm really happy how the style of it looks now they fit. So I've done a separate video in full detail because I thought it's quite fiddly, so do check that out. I'll be uploading that tomorrow, so by the time you're watching this I should think it'll be up, but a detailed of how I did it because I put some extra stripping along the bottom so it sits nicely, and how I added all the paneling and stuff. I'm going to actually make two big doors, which will probably be part three, full-size doors, because they do make some like this in IKEA now in an oaky colour. They're £120 each, which is quite expensive, and I think I can make full-size doors like this. I may make them full-size and maybe block the bottom, have that as white with detail, so you can like put stuff, not because this is kind of for display, this top bit, so we'll see. So do follow along for that. So the doors have turned out really, really well. I'm glad I bought two shelves from IKEA and didn't have to paint them. So I've got a separate video on my channel of how I fitted these lights. You'll notice you can't see them up the side. This is a really good set because you get blanking plates, if you like, so you can have no lights where you don't want them. So I've literally got them just hanging down. I've got them in the kitchen, as I said, and they literally just turn on and off. Really, really good. These are also really good as well. I popped some of these magnetic strips on and then added them on here, so as they shut they click down. But I really love this wallpaper. It's so easy to do. It's not like one stick. You can lift it, put it down, lift it, put it down. So that was a really good thing to do to hide the inside, because I bought originally the brand new design of Pax, but it was in like this grey, I think it's a beigey grey colour, but I didn't want that on the inside, so maybe if I'd have bought white I wouldn't have done this, but I wanted to try out the new one. So check out a video if you want to see the new design to the Pax, because it's all changing, and I've done a video on that on my channel as well. So the drawers, let me show you my lovely drawers. This is great, this trim, because it's so much cheaper because it's a dado rail. So this is a top drawer. This is one of the IKEA trays. I stole it from my bedroom actually because I wasn't really using it. So I've lined it again. This is where I keep tissue and stuff. So that's that one. Then I've got a normal drawer, which I'm going to be keeping packaging and stuff in. And then I've got this drawer, which is where I'm going to be keeping made up stock. But I also, this is based on my Italian cupboard that I have got this pull-out tray. So I thought it just makes more sense to have that. So that's that. The top bit is going to be for display. So that's why I've done the glass shelves. Bits in there. The one I build over here will definitely be more for storing stuff, but we'll get to that. So that's part one. So I hope you found that helpful. Do leave me any questions at all in the description box. I've got lots of videos on my channel about different sorts of packs and stuff, and this one I think is going to be quite exciting, changing this and building all this, and because obviously that's set back, but I'm going to do something to still have a window, but not that window. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you found that helpful, and I shall see you on the next video.